Welcome to MrKhanMaths, and in this video we will be looking at cumulative frequency graphs. In particular, we will be covering how to work out the cumulative frequency when given data and how to plot a cumulative frequency graph. Again, this is a common examination topic, so let's go straight into an example. To represent group data, we can use a cumulative frequency graph. In doing so, the graph provides an easy-to-read diagram which allows us to then read the shape of the data and also calculate the median and measure the spread. So for example 1, we have been provided data for scores achieved by students in their maths assessment. In order to calculate the cumulative frequency and to be able to plot it, I am going to use 3 steps. In step 1, I'm going to calculate a running total for my data, and this will then give me the cumulative frequency. Now, in order to work this out, all you do is add up the frequencies as you go down the cumulative frequency column. So I will start with 5 as my first cumulative frequency. And because the frequency is cumulative, we are going to include all of the previous frequencies. This means adding together the previous cumulative frequency with the next group's frequency. So in order to work out the cumulative frequency for the score of 21 to 30, we will add 5 plus 9 together, which gives us 14. We will then repeat this step by adding the next group's frequency for score 31 to 40 of 13 onto 14 to give us our cumulative frequency of 27. So the cumulative frequency for score 41 to 50 will be 27 plus 10, which is 37. And finally, the last cumulative frequency when entering data for scores 51 to 60 will be 37 plus 3, which is 40. So what does this tell us? This tells us there is a total of 40 students in our data. Step 2. I am going to plot my coordinates against the end of each group. So this basically means you look at the end of each group, which in this case we get from our score column, and this will act as the x coordinate. You then plot it against your cumulative frequency for that row, and the cumulative frequency will act as the coordinate for the y-axis. So for our example, the first coordinate will be 25. The next coordinate will be 30, 14. And for our third coordinate, it will be 40, 27. For the fourth coordinate, it will be 50, 37. And for our final coordinate, it will be 60, 40. And in doing so, we have completed step 2. Moving on to the final step. All we do is join the coordinates using a curve. The curve itself has to be done freehand, so please do not use a ruler when completing this step. And there you have it. We have filled out a cumulative frequency table and plotted its data. Let's have a look at another example. In this example, we have a health test where 80 people were given 30 minutes to run as far as possible on a treadmill. We are asked to plot this information on our graph. So using my steps to success, I will start off by calculating the cumulative frequency. As I did in my previous example, I am going to add the running total for my data using my frequency. So my first cumulative frequency is 5. In order to get my next cumulative frequency, I will add 5 plus 12, which gives me 17. Onto my third cumulative frequency, I will add 17 plus 28, which gives me 45. Then my next cumulative frequency will be 45 plus 20, which is 65. And for my final cumulative frequency, I will add 65 plus 15, which gives me 80. I can cross-reference this with the information provided in the question, as the total for my cumulative frequency matches the number of people in the health test, which was 80. Now on to my step 2. I'm going to plot my data on my graph. I will do this by plotting the coordinates against the end of each group, with the distance in kilometers being along my x-axis and my cumulative frequency for that row being on my y-axis. So my first coordinate will be 1, 5. My second coordinate will be 2, 17. My third coordinate will be 3, 45. My fourth coordinate will be 4, 65. And my final coordinate will be 5, 80. And once my coordinates have been plotted, the second step has been completed. Now on to my third and final step to success. All we do is join the coordinates using a curve. And there you have it. We have completed another example by filling out a cumulative frequency table and plotting its data. Now that you have seen my worked examples, I would like you to apply the knowledge I have shared by attempting Mr. Khan's skills check questions. Here is a Mr. Khan's skills check question. So please press pause and have a go at the question on your screen. Once you have completed the question, press play to mark your answer. Here is the answer to Mr. Khan's skills check question. See how you have got on by marking the question you have done. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye for now and see you again soon.